Hey everybody, it's me, Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 hertz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally and further strengthen your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant-based diet going for yourself today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in our nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and get with alkalinity. Then you can generate some static electricity. Send me some love telepathically. Set attention to your mind and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to great days. So I'm gonna talk a little bit here on the systematic crashes taking place. So we can pretty much already start to begin to see systematic crashes taking place. Okay, and this is going to involve crashes of all kinds when it just comes to the system of, you can say, control, but more so the system of all things, as well, not just the controlling system or the governmental system. This is pretty much just like global crashes, which is slowly going to start occurring more often as we accelerate more so towards this awakening, or more within this awakening, to singularity. Now, systematic crashes. Why are these happening? Basically, what I wanted to say is you can take a system, take any type of system, and once it starts crashing, we can pretty much say that it's doing this because it cannot, it's not able to sustain itself any longer, only because there's some type of incapabilities within its system when it comes to the surrounding, the surroundings. Okay, so if you take any type of system, for example, and put it through your mind, understand that the system is only crashing because there's some type of malfunction or incapability within that system. But what would cause the malfunctions or the incapabilities to take place in the system after previously being able to sustain itself with no problem? There would then be an environmental change that has taken place or is taking place that leaves that system inwardly incapable of continuing to sustain itself. So now you correspond it to the system or the matrix, okay, the system of controls, the governmental system, because all it is a system, and all systems have one thing in common, so all systems are pretty much the same, and you can look at systems all in the same way. If you understand one, you can understand any system, no matter how much more complex it may be. You can always bring it down, simplify it mathematically. Okay, so you can understand that we are only going through systematic crashes because there is this rise in energy. The Earth is headed straight into the center of the Milky Way because it's in Dwapara Yuga, and the center of the Milky Way is the most heightened area of energy in the Milky Way. So when the Earth is heading straight towards it, the Earth is going to start rising in energy. Okay, and as the Earth is rising in energy, some of these old systems, or some of these systems that are established on the Earth, cannot sustain themselves any longer with the uprise of energy. So there needs to be changes made. Otherwise, they're going to continuously go through crashes because they're not up to date. They're not updated enough to be able to continue sustaining themselves. So it could be a matter of hardware, it could be a matter of software, it can be both. And this is why we're starting to see things like the metaverse. This is why we're starting to see new technologies unfolding, new hardwares unfolding. Global technological systems are being strengthened and integrated. We just saw CERN bring back their Large Hadron Collider. This collider is needed in order to bring us back into being able to sustain ourselves through these uprises of energy that are taking place, which are also bringing the Earth's Kundalini to a rise, which is pretty much the same thing. But since the Earth is going through this rise of energy, the inhabitants, us, we are going through the rise in energy fractally. So we're also seeing the awakening because of this. Because our bodies, they are, they're capable. They're plenty capable of withstanding the uprise of energy. So we don't really need to worry about crashing when it comes to our bodies and our minds and whatnot so much, okay? Because these bodies are very, very, very hyper intelligent. They're very hyper complex. All right, they're technologies in themselves, and the rise of energy. We've gone through this plenty of times in the nature of things. In the past times, we've already gone through these awakenings. All right, this is just one more, and our bodies are plenty ready for it. But maybe some of these old systems are not completely ready for it, so they're going through major crashes. We may see things like economic crashes, or because the economy is coming to crash because of their old ways of doing things, or their concreteness, or their fixed nature of things. They're going to also have to come to change something. They're going to change up their system of doing things so that it can be more conducive to be able to ride out the rise of energy. And then after seeing economic crashes, we may see large macroeconomic changes, and then we can start seeing changes all throughout political systems as well. We may see returning political systems, new political systems. We may see things like this as well. Everything is changing, all right? And the more that we accelerate towards singularity, it's just gonna reach more drastic changes. Changes are gonna start unfolding more and more rapidly, within the next 10 years. And this is what the Great Reset is all about, because the elites, the wealthy, they already know about this. They've already planned for this, and they've already set it up to fit into the changes that are universally taking place or cosmically taking place. So they already know what's going to happen and how things are needing to be changed in order to be more conducive, all right, more fluent. And by 2030, things are going to be completely different, all right? And then from there, it's just gonna continue to change very, very rapidly until we reach, I wanna say, the technological singularity around 2050, 2048, 2047, and then things are gonna continue to drastically change from there, so a lot is taking place, and we're going to start seeing more crashes, and this is most definitely going to affect us as peoples, us as inhabitants being very, very entangled within their matrix or their system of doing things. But it's not gonna affect you in the way that you may think, because our bodies, once again, are very, very capable of handling this. We've already been through this, and our bodies. The bodies that we have now, the technologies that we have now, before the Great Awakening ever takes place, this body is already holding the genetic information to pretty much withstand these types of things and go through it fluently. So these bodies, these devices were designed for this thing before it was ever taking place. because there's no time, and this is the way, this is the nature of existence. It's more spirals than it is linearity, but or cause and effect, but let me see, more crashes, most definitely more system crashes. And what they're going to try and do is they're going to try and withhold people here in the system during these crashes, just so that they can keep more people in the plantain that it also is, so that they can use these people for a source of battery or a source of multidimensionality, so that they can continue to sustain their system through any type of cosmic weather, but I'm sure that they also know about this as well. So it's pretty much just like more of a show is how I'm taking it at the present moment. I'm just seeing it as something to be watched. I don't really want to get too involved or entangled within it, because this is just not my nature to begin with. So I'm just gonna pretty much watch it, pull in information, and spread it back out, express it, reflect it back out. All right, for anybody who's wanting to listen and understand a little bit of something that you previously did not understand, then feel free to listen. But more systematic crashes, and this is Revelations, this is the end times, the world is ending, okay, but there's multiple worlds within multiple worlds, okay, this is the nature of life. Life is a dream within a dream, or a world within a world, okay, so there's the Matrix, this is one world. The Matrix is found within nature, that's another world. Nature is found within another world. Or nature is worlds within a world, so worlds can come to an end, but there actually is never an end to life, because life is eternal in its nature, it's energy, but this is what brings about the illusory nature of it, being able to come to an end, but the ending just being a beginning, which is Genesis. Revelations is the end, looping back into Genesis, rebirth, or born again. Okay, the new world, the new earth, and it's going to involve systematic crashes. So, yeah, be aware of this, be prepared for this as well, and come to understand it a little bit more, because the expansion of awareness is most definitely needed. Okay, so I do thank everybody for watching once again. One love. Peace out. Generate some static electricity from the etheric body or the first layer of the aura. Have a great morning, and one love once again.